Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I am Chad, the Reseller Rockefeller. Today it's actually February the 26th. I'm down in the warehouse, as you can tell. I just got done packing and shipping all of my orders. Had about 13 orders for eBay go out, and I had about 9 orders for Amazon, and a couple of other items that I sold on Etsy. Just a few little pieces of clothing, nothing real special. But anyways, I just got finished doing all of that. It took me about 2.5 hours to pack and ship all of those orders. But I just got a really interesting phone call. I had a lady who called me this morning. She left a message telling me that, you know, she had some items that she was trying to sell. And I figured, why not? Let's make a video. It sounds like a pretty interesting score. So I called the lady back, and the lady said that she had tons of Harley Davidson items. Basically, her late husband just recently passed away. He was a really big biker, and he had tons of Harley Davidson t-shirts, jackets, boots, things of that nature. And I've always done really good with Harley Davidson items. So I told her I was interested. We set up a time. I'm supposed to be there at 10 o'clock. So hopefully I'm going to be able to score some really good stuff. I don't really know the condition of the items yet. She kind of said most of it's new. I mean, most of it's used, but there also is some new items. I'm hoping that, you know, it's not just going to be a bunch of really worn out clothing, but what I'm really interested in is the vintage stuff. If there even is a couple of vintage Harley Davidson t-shirts, then it could be, you know, well worth buying all of it, you know, just for those 2 or 3 shirts. So basically, we're about to head out right now. I'm going to go take a look at those items, and if I can film while I'm there, then I definitely will try to get some footage of, you know, me buying the items. But if I can't, then when I get back and unload the items, I will definitely show, you know, everybody what I picked up today. And hopefully, I'm not sure, you know, what she's going to value these items at. Maybe she's valuing, you know, $5 a shirt, or is she going to try to, you know, give them to me for a quarter or 75 cents? It doesn't, you know, I don't really know at this point. I'm obviously going to try to get them as cheap as possible. So let's go on this little adventure and see if we can find some good items. Alrighty, well, I just got back from this this woman's house, and I did buy some items. I didn't really get all of it. There was a lot of clothing that I just wasn't interested in. There was other brands, and, you know, a lot of it was really worn out clothing. But basically, I took about an hour and a half, and I basically just went through all of the items, and I pretty much just made my own pile of items that I'm willing to buy. And then we went back and forth on price, and it turned out that I got a pretty good deal. She really didn't, you know, the t-shirts and stuff, she really didn't care about. The only items that she really thought had any value was the jackets. I bought a couple of Harley Davidson jackets, and then a bunch of t-shirts, and then some other, you know, button-up t-shirts. I'm going to show you all of the items that I picked up. But basically, I spent $75 in total. So let me know down in the comments if you think I got a good deal or not. Obviously, I think that I did, or I wouldn't have purchased the items. I mean, I think I'm going to be able to get, you know, $100 to $200 just for the leather jacket. Maybe even a little bit more. I got to do some research on it. And then there's 2 other motorcycle jackets that I think are going to do really good. And then I also got a bunch of t-shirts, which I didn't really have the time to go through them while I was there, but I did see some that I think are potentially, you know, vintage, and they're definitely going to bring more money than your normal, you know, modern Harley Davidson shirt. So let me go ahead and flip the camera around and show you some of the items that I picked up. Alrighty, so as you can see, I just kind of laid all of the shirts out on the table. These stacks are over here. These are all women's, but they're all Harley Davidson. Basically, I picked out pretty much all Harley Davidson items. There is a few items in here that are not Harley Davidson, like I got some Affliction shirts, but most of the stuff, I mean, is in pretty good condition. Yes, most of it is pre-owned, but I mean, it's all pretty darn good condition. And like I said, I mean, literally 98% is Harley Davidson. Most of everything here is Harley Davidson items, and it's just, you know, t-shirt after t-shirt after t-shirt. Now there is there definitely is a bunch of shirts that are kind of not Harley Davidson, like this one here, that have, like, you know, designs and stuff on them, but most of them, they're 100% Harley Davidson. Now, I'm not, you know, a huge Harley Davidson fanatic. I don't know how to immediately tell if it's vintage or not. so I'm probably going to have to do some research, but I definitely seen a bunch that said, you know, made in the USA. I seen some that, you know, definitely had some age on it. But I'm going to have to do some research. There definitely is a bunch. So in total, I counted 166 t-shirts. The women's shirts, I counted like 38, I think it was. And then I also got the jackets and the button-up shirts. So let me go ahead and show you those. So over here is basically where I got the jackets. I just hung them up. This is the one that I think is going to bring the most money. This one has the breathable zipper on the back. You can open it up and it makes the jacket breathe. It's a 2XL Harley Davidson. And I believe this jacket should bring at least 200 bucks. I also got this jacket. This one is not leather, but it is Harley Davidson. It is also no, this one's an XL. It's not a 2XL. And it has the Ghost, I think they call that like the Ghost logo, basically where it's the logo without the names, without the actual Harley Davidson in it. And then I got this jacket, which is actually really funny because I own the same exact jacket. I purchased this same exact jacket when I bought my Screaming Eagle. This, actually, mine is different actually because on the back, mine doesn't say Harley in white. It says it in the orange color. But anyways, it's pretty much the same jacket. I think this jacket's an easy $100 bill. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research. I literally just, you know, pretty much got home and unloaded this stuff. This is a Harley Davidson long sleeve. This is another Harley Davidson long sleeve with some really cool embroidery. And it's got, you know, embroidery on the back. This stuff is starting to come out though. So this shirt, you know, this shirt isn't going to bring that much money. Here's another Harley Davidson long sleeve with the nice embroidery on the back. And then all of these are button-ups that have the cut-off sleeves. I've sold these in the past and I do really good with these. This one's got some really nice graphics on the back. And, you know, if you're a clothing seller, you know, these shirts do pretty darn good. So I have less than $1 each in these shirts. In total, I spent $75. That's with the jackets and the shirts. This one's new with tags. It's got some really cool designs. Luckily, these are all in really good condition. I haven't found... I went through the shirts. I didn't really go through every single t-shirt yet, but I did find some that had, you know, some little minor stains. But most of the t-shirts are in pretty good condition. I mean, they're not all beat up like I thought they would be. The family was actually extremely wealthy. The house was extremely nice. They had quite a bit of money, and he just spent a lot of money over the years on, you know, motorcycle apparel. He was a really big avid biker, and the good thing is, and I talk about this all the time, is building relationships. You know, I went over to these people's house and I purchased, you know, some clothing items, but I also built a relationship. The woman, she is actually going to allow me to come back because they're actually moving, and that's the whole reason that they're selling, you know, all of this stuff, and they're getting rid of all of this stuff because they're moving. So once she told me they were moving, I pretty much, you know, already, you know, decided, hey, you know, if you have any other items for sale, I'm definitely interested. I explained, you know, that I was a reseller. I explained that, you know, I would give her really good prices on those items if she, you know, anything else that she had for sale. I basically put my foot in the door to make sure that she knows that I'm interested, and she needed to call me before she called anybody else, that I would come over there with cash in hand, and I would make it really easy for her to sell a lot of items. That's one of the really, you know, one of the big things that I see a lot of resellers struggle with is they don't know how to get their foot in the door. You know, if you're at an estate sale, a yard sale, if you meet somebody at the grocery store, how do you get your foot in the door to, you know, tell them that you are a reseller and that you got money and you're ready to buy items without coming off arrogant or coming off as, you know, somebody that's trying to take advantage of. I know that it's difficult to try to get in the door, especially with somebody that, you know, like this person, for example. You know, this woman is just went through losing her husband. She's downsizing. She's selling off a lot of items. How do you get your foot in the door? And basically the way that I always do it, and it's worked for me, I've had great success with this method, is I try to explain to people how easy it is dealing with me and how difficult it can be, you know, doing an estate sale or a garage sale or putting items on, you know, Craigslist. I try to explain to them, you know, the difficult side of selling items on Craigslist and how easy it is for me to just come over and look through the items and buy the items from her cash in hand. She doesn't have to deal with other people. She does, you know, we've already met. She knows my name. I gave her my business card. She's familiar with me. You know, these are the things that make people want to do business with you. And so many resellers like avoid that. They don't really know how to, you know, get their foot in the door. They don't know how to, you know, talk to people. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to do these types of things. And it's a real big part of the reselling business. I get a lot of my business from word of mouth. I get a lot of business from people like her who just call me because they've seen one of my advertisements. And if I wasn't the business person that I am, I just would have went there, I would have purchased these items, I would have left, and I would never have talked to her again. But the fact that, you know, I am a business person and I do like to talk and I like to build relationships, I like to network, I asked immediately if there's other items she's trying to get rid of. And basically, I already knew the answer to it because she had already mentioned to me that she was downsizing, that she was moving away. So I knew that she most likely had other items that she's trying to sell. And so that's why I made that comment, and it worked out for me. Hopefully I'm going to be able to go back over there and I'm going to be able to buy some more items. So that's the kind of things, you know, that's exactly what you have to do in this business is you have to, you know, network. You have to be willing and able to talk to people and ask people, and don't be afraid to tell people that you are a reseller and this is what you do. But make sure when you tell people that you reassure them that you're not looking to, you know, underpay. You're not looking to, you know, be dishonest. You're looking to be honest, open with them. You're willing to give them offers, great offers. You're willing to make things easy. You're willing to work around their schedule, all of that good stuff. And that makes, you know, these people, they you know, they trust you and they believe in you, and they, you know, that's good business. That's, you know, if you're trying to build a business and you're trying to be, you know, a reseller in your local area, then people want to know who you are. People want to do business with you and you want to do business with them. So anyways, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to try to go through all of these shirts. I got to find, obviously, the vintage ones, figure out which ones are worth more. And then I'm going to start listing these items. Hopefully I can get these items listed in the next couple of days. Also, yeah, let me show you a couple of other items that I got. So these right here are leather Harley Davidson high heels. She said she only wore them like one time, so I bought those from her. Also, I got some Harley Davidson belts. These are just 3 different Harley Davidson belts. I do really good with this type of stuff. The shoes, the belts, anything Harley Davidson. Some of these shirts are actually, you know, like this one you can obviously tell is a little older. This one says made in the USA. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to, you know, I'm going to have to go through all of these and kind of, you know, figure out which ones are which ones are worth more than the others. I wish I knew more about Harley Davidson in the sense of their apparel and their clothing, how to identify a vintage tag immediately. But yeah, there's some really good shirts. You know, these are, like this shirt here, I looked this one up when I was at her house. This is like a women's, it's got like embroidery on it, and it's got like this open, I guess, like chest area. It's Harley Davidson. It's really nice. This shirt on the Harley Davidson website was like $100. So, I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to sell it for, but I think that these, this clothing is actually going to do really good. And maybe it'll be a little long tail. I don't think I'll sell these within a few months, but I think that, I'm definitely going to be able to make some money. Like I said, $75 for everything. And the jackets, I mean, that's going to make my money back immediately. Once I sell that leather jacket, I've sold plenty of Harley Davidson jackets in the past, and I do really good on them. So pretty much I believe that, once I sell the leather jacket, it's going to at least sell for $150, possibly $200. And that means all of this is pretty much just icing on the cake. Pure profit. And it's Harley Davidson. I mean, come on, these shirts always sell good. So anyways, I actually got to get back to work. I have to fix the ballast in one of my lights. That light right there, the ballast went out, and I need my lighting. So I'm going to have to get the ladder out, and I got to get up there and switch out that ballast. Hopefully I don't fall and break a leg or anything. So let me get back to work, and I will see you in a little bit. Well, I am repairing this light, but I thought I had the correct ballast, but I don't. So I need to go to Home Depot and grab the correct ballast and get back up on this sketchy ladder and replace this ballast. I thought this ladder was actually going to be pretty safe. I mean, I guess it is. It just moves around a lot, so I feel like it's just going to fall right out from underneath me. But so far, so good. I haven't broke my leg yet. But yep, I'm about to head off to Lowe's and go get the ballast. Welcome to Lowe's. Alrighty, well, I got the bulbs that I need, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the ballast just in case it actually needs the ballast. If it doesn't, then I'll just return it. I just don't want to make 2 trips to and from Lowe's. So grabbing what I need, and I'm out of here. Alrighty, so I got the light fixed. It turned out to be the ballast, and 2 of the bulbs were busted out. So I'm back in business. I finally have all lighting, and it made a huge difference. With that one light being out, it was really dark on this side of the warehouse, and then on this side of the warehouse, it was really bright. So it made a huge difference. Took me a lot longer than I expected because of the sketchy ladder and all of the wiring that had to be done. It took me a lot longer than I thought. Okay, so now I'm about to try to go through most of the clothing. I'm also gonna try to list some of the clothing, start getting some of this stuff listed. So far, I found a couple of, older shirts. I haven't really gone through, the majority of the clothes, but I have found a couple of vintage shirts that are gonna sell pretty good. But hopefully I'm going to find some better stuff. But so far, I think each shirt's going to average at least, $10 to $15. Some of them might go up to 20, especially some of the button-ups, I might get $25 to $30 for. Obviously, the jacket, the 3 jackets are going to be the biggest, money makers. So anyways, I'm going to get back to photographing, and I will give you an update here in just a little while. Alrighty, well, that took a lot longer than I expected. It's about 7:30 p.m. I actually got about 50, maybe 55 items photographed, so that was really good. I'm going to end up probably spending all day tomorrow just, listing all of those items. I did go through the shirts. I did find a few more vintage shirts. And I'm actually sitting at my computer now. I'm going to do some research and kind of see, what makes Harley Davidson stuff valuable. Is there certain items that are really, really valuable, more valuable than others? I'm just going to kind of do some normal basic research and see what I can find. Other than that, that's the end of the video. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for coming and watching another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button. And please, if you really like the video, definitely hit the thumbs up button. It really helps me out and lets YouTube know that I'm doing somewhat of a good job. Until next time, folks, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for coming and watching another video. I'm out. Peace.